And Zane, we want to know, what is the weather going to be like? Hopefully not as wet for that Hinterland Festival.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit different here than the current weather, which I think is a good thing, Laura. Outside this morning, it's been all about storms. You can see now we do have some little patches of blue that have been working their way over here in downtown Des Moines after some of that rainfall. I think about an inch now between the last night's storms and this morning's storms out at the airport. Next possibilities for storms, most likely later tonight and then again tomorrow night. But this is kind of a little fluid sort of pattern that we're in right now. That and the heat are our two big stories. Southwest Iowa now today is going to be the only spot that really sees a lot of heat. More of us will see more heat, and it'll be hotter as we head towards tomorrow. There's the rainfall now, mostly southeast Iowa, seeing those scattered storms, non-severe at this hour. As far as clearing skies, western half of the state is where we're getting that sunshine starting to work back in. Out towards the plains, that's where we'll watch for our next development of more storms. That's where we've got lots of heat and moisture at the ground level, which is providing us tons of energy. If you draw a line kind of like this right along the edge of where that whitest, hottest looking color is, that's going to be the track that a lot of these storm clusters sort of take, diagonally northwest to southeast across Iowa as we head through not only tonight but even possibly tomorrow night. So because of that, there is a level 3 risk of severe weather still out for mainly tonight across parts of eastern Nebraska, western Iowa, and then southern Iowa. Includes the Des Moines metro area too. This is mostly a wind-driven risk. There is the brief threat of maybe a spin-up tornado, smaller hailstones, but the main damaging problem that if we have these storms is going to be winds. I mean, kind of like this morning, right? A lot of downed limbs and tree damage and things like that already this morning. Through the day today, the rest of today, we'll get rid of those last few cloud showers. We'll see more sunshine towards the afternoon, but since we didn't quite get our warm-up started fast enough, we're not going to see as much of that extreme heat. Later tonight, some storms most likely going to form out towards Nebraska and South Dakota, move towards Iowa well after dark. A little bit like we saw last night. That system that tries to come out of Minnesota, that's a little bit more anomalous, but plan on kind of a similar situation, possibility of some scattered storms, maybe some stronger wind gusts in there. That would be your overnight time frame. During the day tomorrow, it looks like we'll be mostly dry and mostly sunny. That's why tomorrow is the main day that we're looking at all that heat, most likely. Low 100s to a high at about 110 for your heat index value, your feels like temperature across southern Iowa during the afternoon tomorrow. And then our next wave of energy, which is going to spawn storms, starts up again out towards Nebraska, South Dakota. Storms fire up towards the evening hours of Wednesday, and those will move eastward into Iowa as we head towards the evening and overnight hours. So it's mainly the next couple of nights that we're keeping an eye on for storms, but there will be possibilities in between there as well. Still a lingering chance at a shower or brief thunderstorm Thursday, but we're now going to be on the backside of that system that comes through the previous night. We're also going to be getting rid of the worst of the heat. So after tomorrow, those 90s feeling like 100s, we're back to upper 80s feeling like 90s Thursday. Then we drop things back to a more manageable upper 80s to around 90-degree mark into the weekend, but it's still not cool by any stretch of the imagination. We've got more 90s coming next week.